Boys, your boy is back again. MTC Productions. We back. Video 2 of the day. You know the vibes. But I'm just to remind y'all boys, man, make sure you get outside, take walks, man. Be healthy, man. Cause I gained a little bit of weight, but I'm losing it. Eating healthy, getting outside. So just remind y'all boys to do that. But anyway, back to the original video. Original video today is the Pac-12. What is it? Pac-12 and Pac-10. Man, I feel so bad for not remembering. But these two college conferences has decided to postpone their football season until next year. I think both of them. I'm gonna do some more research. But what does this mean for the Jaguars? Because this is Jaguars channel, baby. What this means for the Jaguars? It's really tough. I mean, you don't really know what's gonna happen. It's really tough, man, because Dave Caldwell, I think, is the king of finding late round talent. Dave Caldwell, if you look at his late round talent with Telvin Smith, I mean, you got Ronnie Harrison, even though that was kind of Coughlin. I mean, if you look at, he's really good at drafting kind of later in the rounds. Good players that exceed expectation by a lot. So you never know. And what this does for the scouting department that scouts those kind of districts and states and locations, it kind of put them at a bind because you don't know who is going to break out because there's no season. If you look at last year, Joe Burrow was not the first overall pick going into the year. I mean, some projections I seen, even Ed Ogeron said he was like fifth round pick, and then he exploded his last year, number 1 overall pick. So, man, I just feel bad for the players, man. If I was like the president or something, I'd at least try until like they forced me, because all these kids are not being able a chance to play, and it doesn't affect the kids that already had a second round grade going into it. It affects the kids that didn't have a nice grade and they can't improve it at all. It's like the only tape you get to go off is the first 2 or 3 years, and that's sad, man, because Joe Burrow's tape wasn't really that good before he broke out. There's a lot of these players that their tape isn't really that good until senior year or junior year if they decide to leave early and they want to escape, So it's tough, man. I don't know what we're going to do. It's definitely tough. But I trust Dave Caldwell. I trust the Jaguars scouting department on how we should handle things. I think they're really smart groups of people. I really like Dave Caldwell. I hope to intern for the Jaguars one day. So Dave, if you're watching, hit your boy up. But man, I really like what the Jaguars are doing, bringing in young talent. But I think we draft a lot of SEC too. So we don't draft a lot of Pac-12 and Pac-10 and kind of Western or Eastern, wherever it's at. We draft a lot of SEC and ACC. So I don't think it will affect us too much, but I think it will affect us just the little bit for not getting every player. Because we might see someone from those conferences that we really like, and it's like, man, their tape's not that good, but they're good. They have a good like physical presence. They got the huge 6'2", like the man, I forgot, not the credentials, the intangibles that you really like. So it's tough, man. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know how they're gonna scout these people. I mean, you can kind of bring them in for a workout, see how they do, but it's like, man, like how do you do that? And I'm disappointed, man. You can't cancel a season. Oh, bro, that was a deer running at me. Bro, look at that. You see that deer, bro? Bro. Anyway, man. He's running away. But, man, I thought I was getting attacked. But, man, I'm disappointed, man. You have to at least try. In some of these, like, states that have this issue, I mean, are some of the states that these colleges play in, they don't have a lot of cases. Like, it's not like they're surging in coronavirus cases. So it's like, at least try to put on and try. Because I'm always a guy like, let's try it out before we just cancel and say, oh, it's a bad idea. Like, let's try. But hey, man, not to get too political, because we don't do that over here. Just Jaguars gonna have to do a little bit more digger deeping than I think they usually have to. But we're gonna find talent. And one last thing, with the draft picks that we accumulate, if you don't have huge scouting for every player like you usually do, because usually teams scout almost every player that's draftable. I mean, they don't always have the highest grade on them, and other teams have like a higher grade, but my bad. But they have a higher grade. What are you gonna do now? Like, are you kind of gonna just trust the guys who play this year, or do you go off a junior tape? Which some people have great junior tapes and like awful senior tapes that kind of drop them. So, I mean, it's weird, man. I trust the Jaguars and what they're doing. I trust the process. We're gonna be back, baby. Give us another. First of all, I think we're gonna be good this year. But if it doesn't happen this year, I think another year, 2 years from now, we can really make some noise, man. With the full training camp and Corona already gone, hopefully next year. But we're gonna do that, and bro, we're gonna have some talent. Especially if Minshew works out, dude, he is a legend. We can really turn some heads. Like, the difference from 2016 is that Bortles was kind of playing scared because he didn't want to throw all those picks. But man, Minshew doesn't play scared, man. He risks it, he throws it when he sees it. And I like quarterbacks that do that. I really like Bortles, man, but we kind of coached him not to throw picks, and you can't really do that. You kind of take away all his confidence. But that's another video. Jaguars, I trust y'all scouting department. We're gonna get some really good talent this year and next year. Free agency, we're gonna have a really good cap, so we're really good for the future. Dave Caldwell, we trust, baby. See y'all later. Peace.